Hello everyone, welcome to Super Hang On Sunday with me, Lutin, of course. Let's begin our journey into fantasticness. So, this week, how's this week been? Welcome on Sunday. How's your Sunday going? Always my first question. Oh man, you can probably tell the tiredness. This week has always been about the sleep for me. God, I've been so exhausted. It's really been a killer this week, I tell you. I don't even know, like, it's just caught up with me like a brick, like running into a brick wall, or it's just something. I feel like I've been hit by a train, seriously. I was doing really good, and I was like, yeah, video, and then it all just caught up with me, and my god, I'm so exhausted this week, seriously. I just cannot break out of it, so I need some recuperation a little bit, which I've been trying to do, but I've been trying to sort of stay on top of things at the same time as well, trying to not hit those hit detections there. Bit of a rambly start today, I can tell. I'm so bad at starting these. Anyway, so my one topic that I thought of today, PlayStation 4. So many people, are you getting PlayStation 4? Why don't you have a PlayStation 4? As I'm not a massive YouTuber, so the opportunity to be given or the contacts to get one are not great for me. The main reason why I have not got a PS4 release, I didn't really order one. The main reason was because I have had this kind of staggered plan with my gaming this year. I mean, the money comes into it a lot as well, because people seem to forget about that. It's like a factor, although the PS4 is not massively expensive, people do have things they have to spend out money on in their real lives, and so I've had a lot of stuff come in for me in the last few months that I've had to pay out on, life stuff that everybody has to do, and so that has meant that I've had less disposable cash available to pick up stuff like a PS4. Not to mention the fact that I sank in so much money into my PC, but again, the PC. That's always the deal with these PCs, is that, it's not, actually it's not true, it's not always the deal, because if you wanted to, you could do a lesser build, but for me, like I've said before, when you get something like a PC, or you get like a car, or whatever, any kind of expensive thing in your life, you should always buy the best that you can. You should push yourself a little and see. That was a good little break there, wasn't it? Good anticipation. You should always you should do the best that you can, and this is going to go wrong now. I knew it. I didn't really have any choice there, because I couldn't go further around him. And so for that reason, that was one of the things why I didn't get a PlayStation 4. That's why I didn't pre-order as well, because I was kind of like, there's no point pre-ordering, because I know how difficult a time it's going to be when we get to that point. So, it didn't matter when I got it. The things, the reasons would not, they'd still be there. It's not going to solve the issue. So anyway. And that was one of the main reasons. The other reason is that, like, I can probably swing to get one in the new year, and buying electronic goods in the new year is always a good is always a good idea, because we know that in the new year there's going to be sort of deals and stuff like that available, because there always is after Christmas and New Year. So that's one of the other reasons why I was thinking along this kind of this sort of thinking anyway. The other thing is that whilst there's going to be some titles available on the PS4, like Battlefield, Killzone, etc., so there's some good, strong titles, but often it is not a bad idea to wait a while until the console's been out for a little bit of time, because often there's, like with many things, teething issues. And it's always nice to kind of come into something without having to deal with those, because there is often these problems. Maybe there won't be, but it does seem to be very often the case. And also similarly with the games as well. Now, as I say, there are some excellent games at release, but the longer you wait, there's going to be a slightly sort of bigger amount there and stuff. And the other thing is that you have to factor the price of games into everything else. I mean, so say the console is going to set you back £350, £400 or whatever, well then you buy 2 games, you're going to put another £100 on top of that. So straight away, it becomes extremely more expensive than you thought. And so that's another good reason to wait. The other is time. I mean, like, I have to sort of try and balance my time accordingly. And, originally, when I was sort of playing with the PlayStation for Battlefield, and I was going, I'll get for both, and I'll play for both. Now, I still kind of want to do that. However, just kind of the realisticness of me. I'm not the kind of person that will sink thousands of hours into a game like Battlefield anyway. I mean, like, I didn't get... I'm not thinking straight here. Although, considering I'm not thinking straight, I think we've done quite well to get into beach straight away here. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm in a kind of conundrum with Battlefield for PS4. The likelihood is that I will get Battlefield for the PS4 when I get my PS4. It seems extremely likely that I would do that. I'd imagine I can probably swing it so that I can get that somehow. Here we go. But the realistic sort of time breakdown of me actually doing it is a bit tricky because, as I say, it's just, you know, in between editing and playing and doing everything else that I've got to do in my life, trying to play 2 games simultaneously on 2 different platforms is not the easiest of things to do. And I'm not like some superhuman, so again, it's one of those things that seemed like a great idea at the time, but realistically, you know, the sort of big bouncing ball of the real world is kind of creeping up on me right there and sort of saying, hang on a minute, I don't really think this is going to work. So I don't know what the deal is right now. Kind of frustrating as well. However, it doesn't greatly diminish me because I know that a lot of the people that I play with on PlayStation will probably be on the PS4, and I'll probably be able to play with them on other titles one way or another anyway. So, you know, and who knows what titles are coming up in the future, you know, so we'll see how things go down with that. But regardless, anyway, so the plan for me right now, anyway, as I say, is to wait till kind of the new year. There's also going to be the stocking issue. I mean, you know, the pre-orders apparently... Oh, crap. I kind of saw that coming. I was kind of like looking to the left, and then I was going straight up to that guy. I was like, it's not going to work. So, yes, so that's where we were thinking of that one. Let's keep rolling here. What's the other thing I was thinking of? SimCity. People have been enjoying my SimCity series on this channel, obviously, because it's a really fun game, and it suits the kind of creation, sort of building style thing that I've been enjoying more and more lately. I have picked up the new expansion for that game as well, the Cities of Tomorrow. So we've got the futuristic stuff, the mega cities. So I'll be having a little look at that over the next week or two, and we'll probably do a bit of live stream. So live stream of SimCity coming up, and in a minute I'm going to get on some Fast and Light, so there's going to be Fast and Light episodes coming up. We've still obviously got Civilization 5, the catastrophic failure that is my Civilization 5 Songhai challenge. That's been going on, so we'll see what happens with that. As I've said before, I want to start a new Civ game after that, and probably what I'm going to do is it'll be the Gods and Kings expansion thing as well. But I'm going to look for some viewer support there because, as I say, I've had some critique, constructive critique from people saying about, you know, things I could have done better, and this is all totally true. And so I'm looking for some sort of, sort of subscriber participation to assist in that one. So yeah, balls, that didn't go well. A couple of other bits of news. Really appreciated the support for Kentucky Route Zero that I did that last week. I got the final part of that going to be coming on the way probably in the next week. Super enjoyed doing that one. It's such a great narrative game. If you guys know of any other sort of narrative style games like that, I'd be open to sort of thinking about those for sure. I'm still looking for other titles that are similar to Broken Sword as well. I did look into the Grim Fandango game that someone suggested last week. Sorry, I would 100% give you a shout out, except that I don't have that to hand because I didn't think to talk about this beforehand. Yes, but whoever mentioned Grim Fandango, great game, really awesome game. But I did have a look through it, and I was like, I don't know, it's got a lot of comedy in, and I'm not sure that the comedy stuff is so much me. Although it's kind of got this kind of dark style to it. Grim Fandango is a great game. I have seen it before. I didn't actually play it before, but it is a really cool game. But yeah, it was on my kind of considerations. Maybe I'll play it at some point in the future, that'd be nice. But yeah, some things in the style of Broken Sword with this kind of mystery detective style. Really enjoy those kind of games, so that would be something to go with. It's a shame there aren't more like that. By the way, as well, really exciting news that Cyan, who created Myst, Riven and all of those series, they're making a new game as well called Abduction, and it's looking really awesome. They're getting it funded on Kickstarter. It looks amazing, so I am very excited for that to kind of come into fruition. So I'm going to be putting a donation through to them. I'll try and put a link in the notes for the game's Kickstarter, so you can go and check that out and donate if you want to, because as I say, it's a very worthwhile project, and I have no doubt that will get funded and it will go into production, which is super exciting. Cyan, such an amazing company, and Ram Miller and all the guys that produce those titles, we're not going to make it to the next checkpoint. Balls. But I'm very, very excited for that game, because having a new game from that studio is really awesome. Can't wait. And I've been so into kind of Riven and Mist for such a long time. I'm very excited for completing Riven this next week as well, because I haven't got around to doing it yet, but it's strongly on my to-do. And I made up this week like a list breakdown of, I went through it because I know what I've got left to do in the game, and I went through and sort of made a list of stuff that I have left to complete in Riven from the point that I finished at. And actually I was like much closer than I thought. I went through and I broke it down into episodes, and I was thinking, okay, so I've got to go do this, and I've got to do this, do this, do this. So I was thinking about it from what I could remember of the game, because remember, I wasn't using a guide for that game at all, so I was just going off my memory. So I was just written down like bullet point notes for myself. So I'm kind of like, okay, so I go here and I go here and I go here. And I think I've managed to roughly condense it to about 3 or 4 episodes. So actually, oh come on, man, it's not going to take me very long to complete Riven. So I'm actually really excited for that one. Maybe I'll record it after this. I don't know. But I got some time this week, so it's definitely going to be completed. But oh man, the tiredness really kicked the crap out of me this week. Seriously, I was so irritated. It's like I wanted to do my Doom episode because they've been going really well. Every Friday I've been doing those for the other channel. And they've been actually doing really successfully. And then, of course, this week, this tiredness catches up with me, and I couldn't do it. I physically couldn't do it. I was sitting in my chair, and I fell asleep sitting up in my desk. I was like, oh my god. So it was really a kind of wake-up call for me that I needed some proper rest. Still haven't got it yet, but I need to find some time for that soon, because otherwise it's just going to get worse. So yeah, we're burning on through. That's the trouble, you see, though. When you try and do too much, and sometimes, oh man, that was a quite elite pass through there. Sometimes it's like you feel like you can do this stuff, like I have all the ideas of things you want to do, and then you try to do it, and it's just like realistically, with what time you have available and sort of, you know, the energy you have, it's just very difficult. So it's frustrations when you want to do more, but you just can't do it, and it's a pain. It's a big shame, you know, that well, it's not, because I've said before that I don't think I would do YouTube professionally, because it's just so risky, and a lot of people that do YouTube, not all, but a lot of the people have slightly different circumstances. Sometimes they may have a partner who's working, so it's kind of like a sort of fail-safe, you know, so if like everything goes wrong for YouTube, or they stop doing it or whatever, it doesn't matter, because there's that other person there as like a support net, so it kind of works very well in that sort of respect. It's kind of like having someone who works from home or works freelance or something. As long as they have a partner who's in a stable, you know, structured, well paid job, then it works out quite well. Similarly, so then you have that kind of YouTuber. You have the other kind of YouTuber who will sort of, maybe they don't have the same responsibilities as other, so it doesn't make too much odds one way or the other whether it works out or not. And then you have the kind of younger people who are sort of, you know, 15 to 18, where they're still studying, they're still doing school and university and college and all this kind of stuff, and again, for them it's kind of like a project, and it doesn't really, you know, they're not at that point where they have to necessarily pay a lot of rent or whatever, and so again, it doesn't really make too much odds one way or the other with the YouTube, so I can put a lot of time into it. But for myself, I'm probably in the worst position out of everyone for creating YouTube, because working a full-time job and then have all my other stuff on, and it makes it extremely hard for me to find the time and the slots to be able to available to do all these different bits and pieces. So it's a real tricky one, it really is. And also, I mean, again, with YouTube, you get a lot of different kind of YouTubers, like gaming YouTubers in many ways. People that make video game YouTubes, in some ways, have it almost harder, I think, than a lot of the other genres on YouTube. Because a lot of the other genres on YouTube, they kind of think of a topic to do and then record themselves doing it. But for video game YouTubers, you have to gather all your footage and then still make the video on top of that. So it's actually like way more than even double the work, actually. It's a hell of a lot of work, because you have to put in all this time into playing the games. Now, it's a little bit different from what I'm doing right here, where I kind of commentating whilst I play the game, live com. And for LPers and stuff like that, those kind of style channels, it's again a little bit better, a little bit easier in some ways, because you literally just record the game whilst you play it and talk, and then post footage. That's actually a kind of much easier style of content. The style of content that a lot of FPS people do, where they actually have to like record footage and then post edit, that can be immensely time consuming. Again, similarly, people that make a lot of montages or sort of things like, oh come on man, It's a real tricky one. But actually, the kind of more I've gone along and thought about it, it's like there's a lot of different people putting stuff on YouTube, but for sure, like people that do the style of content with post-processing, that really is a massive time eater. I mean, it's, for example, it's why Level Cap has someone to help edit his stuff, because he physically doesn't have the time to be able to do it all himself, and that just kind of shows that it's a very, very challenging thing to do. And you know, for me, it's very, very difficult. Again, you know, in many ways, like if I didn't have this channel, it would make my life a million times easier, because you know I'm trying to produce double content in many ways, which is really hard. However, as I say, this channel, it's a little bit easy because it's this simpler style of content where I can just play, and oh come on! I thought if I didn't want to brake, so I was just like letting go of the accelerator, and I thought I might be able to just slip it around there, but it was not to be. Getting to orange though, orange. There we go. Way. That's one thing. Right, third round coming up. Oh god, I'm feeling tired today. Seriously. Oh, I feel bad. I need a break. I need like a week off from YouTube, you know. Oh. Right, come on. Oh, it could just be that my chair's in a slightly weird position today. It's making me hurt. Right, let's burn on through. I've got another great video coming up for you guys as well. Heartless, who I speak to sometimes, 606, the Heartless. We love me and Steve, we have a good chat as always. I've got an hour-long chat with Steve coming up. It's a really good one. We talk about games and everything. Will I post that today? Maybe, but if not today, then tomorrow. Because I'll be, if I don't edit it tonight, it'll be, which is Saturday. If I don't edit it tonight, then it'll be edited. Oh come on! I was trying to slip through there. And it'll be Sunday, so it'll definitely be going up. So be sure to check that one out, because it's going to be a really good conversation, guys. It'll be a good one to listen to. Right, burning on through. I'm not going to lie to you as well. I've been saying for Tomb Raider is starting to become a little bit like one of my sort of what would be the word? Oh, what's the kind of right analogy here? I don't know, but it's becoming a bit of a weight around my neck. It's kind of like I super want to complete the game. I just never seem to find the right days and time, and I do what I need to do is what I did with Far Cry. I need to set aside a solid day. Oh, not Far Cry, Last of Us. Remember Last of Us? And I really burned through that one to get it completed for you guys, which was really good. I really enjoyed doing that. But oh, come on, here we go. That's what I need to do with Tomb Raider, and I've said that I'm going to do it before. Like I've said that I'm going to set some time aside to do it, but it just sort of hasn't come to fruition. But I definitely have got to do that. I will do that. I'm going to set aside a day, and I'm going to hardcore that game through 6-8 hours, whatever it takes. I'm going to burn through it and do it. So that one will get done, because I hate leaving things unfinished, and it's a particularly bad thing with YouTube. It's so easy to kind of get distracted, and also my kind of play style for gaming, I'm so distractible. I kind of play one thing and I'm like, oh man, I feel like playing this today, and I get on that for a little bit, play, and then I get onto another game, and I'm really bad for getting distracted with games. Oh crap, I'm tired, I'm not paying attention with this. Tiredness and Super Hang-On are more punishing than other games, I tell you. Come on. Still, a little bit of focus goes a long way with this game. He says crashing straight in the back of another bike. Why do I do this every time? Yeah, you've got to be really careful on these corners. Crash straight off the corner. Every time. I should just shut up, seriously. There we go. I'll tell you something else I never did. I said about how I wanted to get back into all the classic sort of Sega Mega Drive Genesis games and stuff like that. Haven't played one of those for a while. Definitely have got to do that. I've got some great ones to play. Oh, that reminds me. I've just remembered how I was going to... Oh! Breaking his neck. I've remembered how I was going to do that. I was going to get those controllers that you plug in. You can get USB old school controllers for the PC. Plug them in, and then you're good to go with like good resolution old school gaming. So that was my plan. Oh no! Oh god! This lap is becoming terrible. Car crash. Can't seem to get going on this lap, you know? Come on. Need to get the practice in. Oh come on, not again! Get on the track! Ugh. Come on. Oh, this is not happening today. Not going to make it to this checkpoint, surely. Surely. No, not going to make it. Come on. Ugh. Oh, game over, game over, game over. Right. I'm too blah to continue with a fourth round today, so I'm going to stick with my standard stock 3 rounds. Thanks for watching today, guys. Hope you've enjoyed my ramblings. This week coming up, Faster Than Light coming up. I've got my conversation with Heartless coming up. I'm going to have some Civilization coming up and much, much more. So thanks for watching today, guys. Hope you've enjoyed. More Super Hang on Sunday coming up next week. I'll see you then.